What's up? It's your girl haitiandoll.sophia back at again with another YouTube video, and the title of the day is going to be going to 𝕊𝕚𝕟𝕚. I really enjoy her videos because they consist a lot of fashion, and I really gravitate towards fashion, as you guys know. And check out her channel. Make sure to follow her on Instagram. It will be on this side of the screen, and then her channel will definitely be in the iCard, and then her Instagram and YouTube will be in the description box below. Okay, before we get into anything, I just want you guys to know the purpose of today's video. The purpose of today's video is to give you guys a life update, and the title will be Life Update, Where Have I Been? So the reason why I haven't been on YouTube is because I found out that my grandfather passed away July 18th, 2020, obviously, but just to clarify for anybody who sees this video later on. So I end up uploading a video on July 24th, 2020, because I already had pre-recorded, as I said to you guys, excuse me, I pre-record all my videos. So I believe July 24th was a Friday or a Monday. I don't know, because I only upload on Mondays and Fridays. So it was either Friday or a Monday. So during that time, on July 18th, when we found out, my mom got a call, and we went over my grandma's house to give her the news, and everybody was just over there, and we were just mourning all together as a family. My grandfather has a lot of grandchildren, so yes, we were all just over there. And during that time, from July 18th till basically now, we have been going over there checking on my grandmother and everything. So that's why my hair looks different, because after I take out my box braids, my jumbo size medium box braids, I end up putting on. So yeah, that's why my hair looks different, because after I take out my jumbo size medium box braids, I end up putting on an old wig that I had. Then I purchased this wig from the beauty supply store so I could wear for the repast the day before the funeral and for the funeral. So basically, after we found out my grandfather passed away, we were all going over there every day, being with my grandma very late time. Sometimes we'll leave there 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock. And yeah, we were just being there for my grandmother, and a lot of other people, like her siblings and her side of the family, being there for her, because of course she just lost her husband. My grandma and my grandfather have been together for a long time. They liked each other since they were young, so I could understand how she is hurting, but everybody's gonna mourn different. And yeah, it was just, we had a beautiful service, and my sister spoke, and my uncle spoke. And as far as being transparent with you guys, when I go to funerals, I really do not cry. The only people I cried for at funerals was my uncle that passed away, who has the same name as my grandfather, because that's his son. He's 𝕊𝕚𝕟𝕚 Jr., and my grandpa is 𝕊𝕚𝕟𝕚 Sr. My uncle from my dad's side, and my cousin Jakari that passed away, got murdered, and my grandfather. So I only cried at 4 funerals. So I'm really not I could be sad and hurting, but I really won't cry unless I feel like crying. I don't know. So I've been to a lot of funerals in my lifetime, because my parents used to have to go to a lot of funerals because their family or people that they knew that they were close to it since they came from Haiti or whatever, when they passed away, they would go to funerals, and we wouldn't stay home, so we would go with them. So yes, I've been to a lot of funerals since I was young. But I just want you guys to know that's why I was not on here. And also, I am going back to school. I am going back to my college campus, so I'm going to be packing and whatnot. But this really put a dent in my whole YouTube upload. But at the same time, I just feel like I shouldn't just sit in front of a camera knowing that I don't feel like recording. Because I know at the end of the day, if I sit here and I don't feel like recording, I'm going to just be uploading because I want to upload just because. So aside from not being on YouTube, yes, I was still working out, because the reason why I continue to work out, because at the end of the day, I always been a person that felt like if you go and take a walk or take a drive or something, and you going through something, you will feel better. But at the same time, I already had goals set well, not goals, because I already passed like my weight goal that I wanted, but as far as like maintaining health and maintaining my weight, I still work out. So yeah, but yeah, I was still working out during that time. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would see from my story that I was posting when he passed away and all that other stuff, and I'm still posting till now. So yeah, this is my grandfather's shirt that I have on right now, because we cleaned out my grandmother's and his closet. Like, so yeah, we cleaned out the closet and everything and all his belongings that he had from the hospital where he passed away. It was brought over here, and yeah, we cleaned it out. And some of us, like my cousins and my aunts and uncles and my mother, well, my mother didn't take anything, yeah, but my cousins, my aunts and my uncles, and I think my grandmother take a couple of his old clothing. And yeah, I have a couple of his clothing. I just wanted to put on this shirt today because it was his. And my grandpa used to wear a lot of like Nike and a lot of t-shirts, gym shorts, and a lot of stuff like that. My grandpa has swag. That's just the case it is. But yeah, it was just like really hard to cope with, because we lost our uncle too. I'm not even gonna lie to you and act like I have it all together right now, because at the end of the day, it only been 2 weeks and 5 days since he passed. But since the funeral, it only been 5 days or 4 days. What's today's date? Hold up. Today's August 5th. So the funeral was August 1st. So it only been 4 days since the funeral. And I feel like since the passing and the funeral, because since the funeral was the last time I seen him, well, I seen him before that, of course, but since the funeral was the last time I seen him, that really is a bigger like date to me than his actual passing for right now. But going forward, the date of his passing will be something that I would really commemorate in my memory. So yeah, he died at 71 years old. And yeah, it was just really tough for all of us. As I mentioned before, my grandpa had a lot of grandchildren because he has a lot of kids. And yeah, it was really tough for us. And especially my grandmother, as I said before, because they've been together for the longest. And I feel like, especially with Haitian families, they know that death is coming, but they try to deny it. And especially with people, especially if you're the person that passed away and you're already like Christian, or as you would say it in 𝕬𝕗𝕐𝑣𝑒𝑡, you already know that death is coming, so you don't really like take death as something that's huge. So as for me, I take death as something that's huge. I tend not to talk about death because I take death as something that's huge for me, and I feel like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's like a taboo to me. But so yeah, I feel like that's very implemented in the Haitian culture. But as somebody who's Christian, period, or somebody, a black Christian, whether you be Haitian, Trinidadian, if your race is black, you all share that same like thing. Or anybody who has a relationship with God that is black, they kind of have different views on death and talking about things like that. So yeah, it was a good service, and I just really feel like I'm glad I was able to have 18 years with my grandfather, because my younger cousins that are way younger than me, they didn't get that much time with him. So I just had to appreciate the time I did have with him, even though I did want him to see me graduate. Like, every day I will call him. When I was in Miami, granted, it was my grandmother's phone, but my grandfather had a phone, but he would always like misplace it or whatever. So they just end up letting him not have a phone, and my grandma had a phone, so he would just use hers. So I would call my grandmother's phone, and I would always ask for him, and she would give him the phone. And every day I was in Miami, I would speak to him, make sure everything was okay with him. He would make sure everything was okay with me. And we just really, like, during that time, I really created a bond with my grandfather. And just to see him go, it was like really hard for me, because that's like somebody I knew. Like every day when I would go over my grandmother's house, I would say hi grandma, hi grandpa. But now it's gonna be so different for all the grandchildren. And yeah, there was like my sister was saying how when he was 50 years old, they were saying, oh, he's gonna he might be passing away earlier due to the fact that he has diabetes, because when my grandpa had diabetes for the longest, and he had a kidney infection. Like he had a lot of like health complications after he had got diabetes. But he ended up living longer than 50 years old, obviously, because he died at 71. And we just have to thank God for the little things like that, even though it's sad that my grandpa did pass away and he didn't get to share a lot of other memories with us. It's just like we really have to appreciate that. And to add on to that, I just want to say that if you have somebody that you call your friend, your family, your sister, your brother, when it's too late, it's too late. Y'all sit here and y'all tell people, oh, I love you, I care about you, and this, that, and the third. But when it all comes down to it, people will be going through some stuff and they will have nobody to talk to. And they'll be scared or be even embarrassed or don't even want to say nothing. Because sometimes people will be going through depression and they don't want to say nothing to nobody. Because at the end of the day, if they want to go through a suicide, God forbid, they feel like if they tell people, they're not going to be able to do that. So I feel like a lot of people don't know what's going on in people's life, and they see social media and they're like, oh, that person is okay. At the end of the day, social media is one of the biggest facades that was created. You could be on social media telling people, oh, I'm happy, I'm in a loving relationship, for example, and then all the while behind closed doors, you're going through abuse. It's a toxic relationship. You don't know how to get out. You're scared to tell people. So you never really know what's going on in somebody's life. I'm not saying that, oh, sometimes this situation always is severe like that. But it's the little thing that can set somebody off. Especially if that person, imagine that person was living a happy life all their life, and then something just happens to them, boom, and they don't know how to take it. That could be a trigger to suicide. So yeah. To add on to that, I feel like in the Black community, people don't really talk about mental health, and that's why when kids go to their parents and be like, oh, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, I'm dealing with such and such. Like some Black children go to their parents and be like, this person touched them, this, that, and third. I may also be doing a video about mental health in the Black and brown community, because I feel like we don't talk about it. And that's not how it should be, because at the end of the day, if something happens to your child, God forbid your child pass away, commit suicide, XYZ, you're going to be the one crying, being like, I should have been there for my child. But all the while, you never had those conversations because I guess you didn't have time, you didn't want to talk about it, whatever. Okay, so yeah, what did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, we did get some shirts made, and I have 2 shirts made. I'm gonna get another shirt made, probably 2 more shirts or 1 more shirt made, and on the back it says thank God for life, because my grandpa always used to say that. And we just have, this one has collage of pictures of him, and yeah, this is the other shirt, and we all had this shirt. It says thank God for life on the front, the day he was born, March 11, 1949, the day he passed, July 18th, 2020, and it has his name. It says 𝕊𝕚𝕟 and it has a picture of him with the 𝕬𝕚 family reunion shirt, and it doesn't have nothing on the back. So I plan on getting a blanket, a tapestry made, a customized cup, and probably 2 more shirts or 1 more shirt. So yeah, it was a nice service, and it was great to see a lot of family that I didn't see in a long time, and just have a nice vibe with them. So upload schedule Monday and Friday. This video will drop Friday. Today is Wednesday, so I'm editing this video today, and it will drop Friday. And then as for Monday's video, I don't know if I'm gonna do a story time or my haul. I might do the haul, but evidently the story time is gonna be coming up because everybody want to hear about the story time I felt at McDonald's. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to come over here and tell you that, and make sure you are checking on people that you love and care about, even if they're your associate, if you know them. So yeah, make sure you are checking on people. And I just really wanted to come on here and be transparent with you guys. And yes, as I said, I don't have it all put together because even last night I was still thinking about my grandfather and tearing up. It was hard for me to fall asleep. But I understand what time it may get better or it may hurt even more. But we just have to see what happens. But yeah, I just want to come on here, be transparent with you guys. I'll be back to my upload schedule. And if you are going through any, like, losing anyone, let me know down in the comment section. How did you cope with that and everything? So yes, so hard to deal with because my uncle got killed in prison. They stabbed him to death. And as for my cousin Jakari, he got shot by his best friend. And yeah, those deaths like that, they really hit you different because the person got murdered by someone, and to know they spent their last few moments being suffering, like, death hits you, period. But when you know somebody was dying their last few moments suffering, it's like, wow. But that's pretty much the end of this video. I really don't want it to be too long because, to be honest, I think y'all already hit 20 minutes. But I'm going to try to edit what I can out. And make sure you just check on people. Please be sure to check out 𝕊𝕚𝕟 channel and her Instagram. I'll leave that in the description box. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share with people if you can. And I will be letting out more banger videos for you guys, all the saucy content. And yeah, just had to give you guys a nice life update. Check out her channel and show love. Make sure you tell her I sent you. Do all of that. As I said, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications so you don't miss none of the saucy and fire content that I will be letting out. Check out her channel. And with all that being said, be blessed, don't be stressed, with love and with care. haitiandoll.sophia out. See you guys in the next video.